Hello, my name is Mark Graham, and I'm going to tell you about this course I run called Finance for Non-Financial Managers. For almost 30 years while I was at the University of Cape Town, I taught finance and accounting on the CA program, on the MBA, and on various executive courses. Aside from the complex technical stuff I taught during those years, my real passion during this time was helping entrepreneurs and others in business who did not have a background in finance to become financially literate. This I found most rewarding. There is no doubt that finance is an integral and important component of every business. And so everyone needs to improve their competence in this area. This is especially true for those wanting to improve their businesses and/or those who need to be able to communicate with the finance and accounting people within their organization or outside of the organization. This need certainly increases as you move up the corporate ladder. Certainly by the time you get to the board, you need to be confident in talking in financial terminology. Finance for Non-Financial Managers is run in an online synchronous format. That means I'm with you together in an online room, and this runs over 4 days from 9 o'clock in the morning till about 4:15 in the afternoon. No prior knowledge of accounting or finance is needed. The lectures are complemented by mini case studies, many of which are based on the financial statements of well-known companies. I found this, delegates appreciate this, looking at real companies in sort of real space. In these case studies, which comprise about 8 hours of the course, you'll get a chance to practice what you've learned and to ask questions. Of course, you can ask questions at any stage by using the chat box or raising your hand. I do value discussion, and I find the questions that delegates ask are most helpful. Readings on the topics will be provided before the start of the course. The course itself, the first day is devoted to the basics of accounting, and here we look at the double entry system, debits, credits, most importantly, the end product of the accounting process, the financial statements. I must stress that I'm not going to turn you into accountants, heaven forbid, but rather help you to make sense of the rich information that is contained within the financial statements. The second day then focuses on analyzing these financial statements so as to evaluate the financial position and performance of the business. We'll cover various methodology of analysis, including common sense, ratio analysis, with the emphasis on being able to identify red flags that indicate areas of concern. On the third day, the focus shifts to the managerial topics of how businesses are valued. This is the item I'm asked most often about: how much is my business worth? Now, even if you are not interested in the value of your business, you should be interested in the drivers of that value. We look at how businesses are financed, the mixture of debt and equity. We look at how to make investment decisions, how to decide whether to buy this factory or that factory, how to buy that business or this business, or should we invest in this new technological application. And then lastly on that day, we look at the importance of working capital management, which is crucial to being able to turn profits into cash flows. A delegate on one of my previous courses told me that this was what got his business through the COVID pandemic, that focus on cash flows as opposed to a blind pursuit of profits. On the fourth day, we conclude by examining various aspects of managerial accounting. And here we emphasize how to use accounting information to better understand cost behavior, fixed variable costs, reducing costs, and in making cost, volume, profit decisions. This is all about deciding on, well, how much should we charge for our product or service? What is the minimum amount of products or hours that we can provide to break even? And indeed, what is the break even number of products or hours to survive? So using the information, playing around with it, getting a better grips on costs. Quite a lot packed into these 4 days, but I think it will help you to understand finance a little bit better, and certainly send you onto the path to becoming completely financially literate so you can play a better role within your organization, or perhaps run your own business better one day. I look forward to seeing you on this course.